everybody, welcome, and it's a couple of nights off because we've been finding a new place to live, and so I'm gonna have to read you. Make sure I get the book done as planned. So tonight I am illustrating, well, it's book 2 called Super Scout from Elijah and Crumpet. It's for page 15, double page spread. Yeah, and if we go to the storyboard, we have this one here. So, doing what is right, what does that mean to you? Being trustworthy in all the things we do. Just be honest when you speak, don't deceive, and your friends will soon learn you're a scout to believe. Now, so I've got here Elijah and Crumpet. I think we're going to be going on an orienteering thing. I've got some notes from Rob. Not there, that's the script. Here we have our notes. Put the sign on here of orienteering, flag, checkpoint 15. Need a map and a compass in Elijah's hands. Elijah can be thinking Safi, and Crumpet can be saying Tasmanian tiger. Sign on tree saying do what is right. Word bubbles, not thought bubbles, which is a good point. Just be honest and fair when you speak, don't deceive. So that's just some grammar stuff, but I've got the updated script, so that is cool. So first of all, I'm just going to get the text in there to get a feel for the layout of the page. And so from this document over here in Word or in Docs, Google Docs, I'm basically copying and pasting exactly how it should appear in the book, and I've plonked them in here. Now, so what I'm going to do is I've been using a mono line calligraphy for my text and writing over here the text basically, and I've been doing a drop shadow as well. I think I might need to do some extra stuff as well to the drop shadows, because some of the text is still quite difficult to read because it's a very busy, very colourful backdrop. So it's one of those tricky things for monoline. Let's bring that up more. That's kind of it. Just have a taper on the edge. Getting a bit of blur out on the edge of my monoline. Fall off, streamline, spacing. So look at that. Mutation depth. give that a go. Yep, and it's on 8%, so that's good. So the idea is with this, we get the main text down, and then handwrite over the top. Kids book kind of feel to it. Hey Rob, how you doing? I'm finally back in the driver's seat. In the Albus Millie driver's seat after a couple of days. Up in the mid-north as to where we're going to be going for some work for my wife, and yeah, but it's all very exciting. Today getting the eldest kid booked in at the no, I'm not up north now. We're in Peak now, and we'll be heading back up north in or after the end of the month. There will be reception up there. The reason why I haven't been doing well, I've been up there, is because I haven't been able to kind of get guaranteed, and also we've just been catch back up on some time lost as well, because now we've got a space up there we can park and settle down a bit for a little while, so it pressure's off on the bus build for a little bit. Just got to basically get it so I can drive up there without all the furniture flying around. So yeah, do some daytime stuff to get this project complete by the end of the month. It's been a couple of setbacks, but there's been a lot going on. But when is there never a lot going on? Can that inverted comma move closer? This one up here? Can do that. That one up there, okay. I can move that one closer. Ooh, better give myself a bigger eraser there. Something like that maybe. Oh. So yes, lots of stuff going on. But just kind of so my wife going to work, eldest kid going to school, youngest kid I'll kind of be stay-at-home dad, but while still building the bus. And we might do our stream time Might turn to a daytime session with a kid in the background. Because a nighttime session after being a parent all day is a bit exhausting. I'd rather get up first thing in the morning and do it before they get up, but they're very light sleepers in the early morning, easily woken up. So like if I was talking like this, they would hear me talking, come and suss out what's going on. Oops. So it's just a matter of finding a balance that works, really. Keeps freezing, not sure it's you or me. I'm pretty much the same setup as I've been all the other nights. My Wi-Fi phone is in the same place. A bad signal night, I don't know. Maybe on 720p resolution, so it's not like a really high res. And I've got any earthquakes down where you are? Well, apparently there was, but the funny thing is that we were just getting in the car to go and check out some land, and got a call from my mother-in-law saying, did you feel the earthquake and blah blah blah, and no, because we were in the car. So I suppose an earthquake is very noticeable when you're in the car. But yeah, apparently it could be felt quite well. There's much damage in South Australia though, or any damage. I saw some video of Chapel Street in Melbourne, the whole wall of an old building, or half a wall of an old building came crumbling down. Which is a shame. There's beautiful old buildings along that Chapel Street there. And also, Rob, I've been thinking with these pages, rather than, so I'll work on them, doing what I'm doing during the day and the night, obviously getting the job done. But the live streams, I'm thinking I might focus more on a particular task or something like that, because I've found that those kind of live streams do better, where it has because on the nights where I'm not feeling very creative, I just, or when I'm in a rush like tonight, like I've only just got the kids to bed, we've been driving virtually all day, and got home in the dark, which is pretty unusual for us and the kids, because we're normally in bed by the dark, and woke them up, got some food in them, got them to bed, and then I'm just kind of racing, because I want to try and keep, like if you're doing a time slot, I think it's best to try and keep that time slot a regular time slot, but not change it like every time. So yeah, I was still wanting to try and get the 9 o'clock happening. But as I was saying, like say, for instance, doing a particular type of drawing, like drawing or drawing a Tesla, that kind of thing. Things that are more specific that might bring people in, rather than, and something to make it stand out in terms of me just saying, I'm drawing the kids' book again, and to actually give it a bit of a focus. Like I found a good one that I did, a good live stream that I did, that I titled, what was it called? I just titled it Playing with Fire, Illustrating a Campfire in Procreate. And that one did quite well because, like, some people may think, how should I draw fire in Procreate? And that was a good kind of draw to bring some people in. So I think focus on, like, plan lives rather than just doing the next bit. Actually have something planned out. That's obviously for the book, but so yeah, I think that might be good. I'm always like thinking, like, as I've said a million times before, I love the format, or whatever you want to call it, of live streaming. Being able to speak to people as you're creating stuff, and the fact that it doesn't take up any extra time, doesn't cut into your drawing too much. I mean, it cuts in a little bit, because if you want to try and get people there, you want to kind of schedule it and stuff like that, but nowhere near what the time you'd spend on creating a video or something like that. So yeah, I think I'll have a little think while I'm drawing tonight after the live stream, as to the next good little bit. I was thinking for this page, this is the one where they're out orienteering, got the binoculars, got the compass, and kind of Crumpet calls out that he's seen a Tasmanian tiger, but it just turns out to be Safi, the cat that hitched a ride on top of a car on the way to the campsite. Now, we were saying, like, so Safi would obviously be in the picture, but I kind of had a thought bubble or a dream of above Crumpet that he'd seen a Tasmanian tiger, with a picture of a Tasmanian tiger. But I'm wondering, from the notes that you've left for me in Google Docs, you've kind of saying he says Tasmanian tiger in like a speech bubble rather than a thought bubble. So I'm wondering, do we actually have a picture? Would you like a picture of a Tasmanian tiger or just the words. I was wanting to put a picture of a Tasmanian tiger in there. Let me just go back to, we'll go back to the, so I've got it as, so we've got Crumpet looking and pointing like he's saying there's a Tasmanian tiger there, although I don't have a speech bubble saying that was a Tasmanian tiger. That's a Tasmanian tiger, well, a very quick drawing of a Tasmanian tiger. And that, of course, is Safi just going meow, which I think is quite funny. Because I think there's been so many sightings about Tasmanian tigers, and what do they, people say, oh, it's just a potteroo or something. A potteroo and a Tasmanian tiger look very different. So it's just a little joke. So I kind of feeling it would be cool to have a picture of a Tasmanian tiger. So not sure if Rob's heard that or completely. Because it's telling me it's fine here. And we're going live at the moment on Facebook, on Twitch and YouTube. So a restart could be, is that text moving lower down? It may do. I just put it there to start with. I was going, oh yeah, that kind of fits up there in the blue, but I think having it against the white clouds is going to be problematic, which I'm sure that's what you're thinking. Excellent. So I might kind of carry on doing what I'm doing, and like tonight's drawing might be, you know, of this page plus a bit more minus the Tasmanian tiger, and then tomorrow's live stream could be like illustrating a Tasmanian tiger / thylacine, and then because there's massive audience and fan base around Tasmanian tigers and thylacines, so I think it would be good to kind of do that maybe as a standalone live. That's kind of a thing that I'm thinking about. And they can obviously see that I'm illustrating for the kids' book. I'll show them that, yeah, this is where it goes in the kids' book, and this is what the book is about and all that kind of stuff. I suppose it's a way of thinking of how can I attract some new audiences to what we're doing here. But do live streams, that tends to be a bit of an approach that they use. So I got a thumbs up from Rob, so that sounds good. Got a squeaky stylus again. I've gone through another stylus. I'm wearing out my styluses. I've got some in the post. I've got some, these ones, this kind of stylus is not really that great. I mean, it's okay. It works. It's better than my finger. I've got some in the post which are more like a pencil tip. So that will be interesting to try all that out. Okay, so I've got those. I can still cut these apart so they're not, because that's a text layer. I've got that all as a single text layer, but I can cut them to move them. How about both the image and the word being said to Elijah? Okay, yeah, no, that sounds good. Sounds very good. Yeah, no. Apparently they've been seen. Well, apparently they're called Tasmanian tigers, but they're apparently quite prominent on the mainland, or they were. But obviously they would have eaten. And so I think there was a bounty on their head for some time. And so we did what we do best as humans. We wiped them out. Pretty sad. I'd really like to think that there are some still in existence, and if they are, I kind of hope we never find them. Because that would potentially probably be bad for them. Okay, let's do the stagger. I'll get rid of this one and this one. That looks quite good. Yeah, no, you're right. But wherever there's white in the background, your eyes start freaking out. So I'll get that one and bring it down. So what I'll do is, I think I've got my stagger right. One. I'll bring it down, I'll merge it and bring it all down as one. And then cut. Yeah. Trying to get too close to the edge. A bit higher. Could go on the blue, just not on the clouds. Because I still need to get in the picture of the thylacine. Yeah. What do you think of that, Rob? Do you think transparent green behind there just to take some of the high contrast out of that tree? Or do you think that comes through okay? Can give it a bit of a... We can just do it quickly to demonstrate. Now let's... Pretty sure it's nothing, but I better check. Yeah, we'll do it on layer 6. Get some of that green, darker part of that green. Try moving to the right, yeah, I can do that as well. I'm going to have to do it as a cutout. It could go, because the trunk is kind of yeah, that kind of works. It kind of frames. And let's chuck our block just to give a feel for the half page mark. So looking at half page roughly there. So I mean that certainly got the text in from the edge quite a lot, which is good. Okay, so what I'm thinking here is we've got Elijah and Crumpet with their packs, compass, map, all this kind of stuff. I'm just having a bit of coffee. So I'm kind of thinking the backpack images we had before, and we'll kind of flip them over and we'll have them doing something slightly different with their arms and kind of change the perspective on them a slight bit. So I reckon that's what we'll do there. So if we go out to Elijah, we'll flip him. We'll have to flip his badges as well. Have to flip his badges and of course his hair. I just did a plain copy. I think I needed to do copy canvas, but we'll soon find out as soon as I go to put him on there. No, that worked. And I don't have his badges on there, so that's good. The line split on the right seems wrong. Line split on the right. Because it's exactly the same as what that one was. It's oh yes, the line split. I see what you mean. What I had to and so just be honest and fair when you speak. Don't deceive. Next line. Then your friends will soon learn you're a scout to believe. I put just be honest and fair when you speak, comma. I've put don't deceive. Oh, I need to put another comma. Then your friends will soon learn, because it was too big. It's taking up too much space. Just oh yeah, don't deceive, comma. Then your friends will soon learn. So soon learn, that was all on the separate line. So tell me what if there's a better option than that for there. Just be honest and fair when you speak, don't deceive, and your friends will soon learn you're scared to believe. So yeah, sorry. Just jumped in just to see whether that was cool or uncool. Can move it, no worries. But well spotted. Now, Crumpet, where are you? Background from Crumpet. There's a copy canvas. Go into our page here and giant Crumpet. Now, what have we got here with our trees? Half wondering, because the trees are the way they are, and because they're just so small on the page, whether we them bigger, lower the bottom part out of frame, like so. Then Crumpet can have his binoculars here, and then Safi can be right off in the bit in the distance. Let's have a look at what. Just be honest and fair when you speak, comma, don't deceive. Just be honest and fair. Just be honest and fair when you speak, don't deceive. Then your friends will soon learn. You're scared to believe. Okay, alright, yep. We'll do that. I'm kind of liking this idea, Rob, bringing the characters more larger here, and Crumpet will be holding binoculars, and Elijah will have the map out or something like that. Because they're I quite like these drawings. It seems a shame to make them too small. Something like that, so it's still not on the page line. New comments. Yep. And so over here, we'll get a picture of Safi. Now, Safi cat. I think I had a plan of more of Safi more in the walking kind of pose. I might have had one in a walking pose. No, I don't think I do. Maybe it's still in big is great. Okay, great. Excellent. go into Adobe Draw, and I'm going to find there's a particular Safi I'm thinking of. That will work just perfectly, I think. Maybe that one. Yeah, I quite. Let's have a look at that one. Reminds me, I think I'll flip it. I think I'll flip it. Anyway, I'll play with it, see. Those are all new lines. Those are all on new lines. Yeah, okay. I'll just plunk in Safi. And then I'll get back to the text. Yeah, I like that. I really like that. Yep, that's a big Tasman. Okay. Flip, well, that perspective is quite wrong. But it'll be interesting to see what happens if bring Safi over here. The distance. Banana toothpaste. Yeah, a banana toothpaste is not on that image, I don't think. If I flip it backwards, put it like this. Yeah, that's working better. I might have to remove some foliage from a tree. Go on the eraser, and I was using the artistic brush Leatherwood for painting the leaves, but I'm going to try it as an eraser as well. Oh no, don't want to erase Safi. Standing in the window. I mean, that's potentially a very big cat, but still to a scale. You've got to kind of make it work with. Now, I want to get a bit more of a standard eraser just to get those floating leaves out. Okay. Oh, yeah. So yeah, banana. Yes, that banana is mirrored. So I'll bring back Crumpet. So I'll remove that banana, and add another banana. What I'll do is get rid of that layer. I'll create